Welcome back, everyone. This is day 8. Hopefully this might be the last day. I'm not sure. All depends on how much we get done. So today what I'm doing, I got 10 psi on the coolant tank here. I've got this tool where I can pressurize it. 15 is the max here. I'm going to go at 10 and let it sit here for a few minutes. And since we did have the lines off, I'm checking those. And then also what I'm checking is the intercooler for the transaxles. So it shares the transaxle fluid and the coolant. They could mix, okay? So I'm checking that right now also to make sure that that is good, all right? So if you ever see a milky substance in your transaxle, means that you have a problem where the heat exchanger has failed, okay? And the heat exchanger is under the intake of the motor. You can't really see it from here, but it's a pain to get to. So I'm going to let this sit here for a few minutes and check for a pressure drop. Now when you're pressurizing this, give it a second or two to let it stabilize. And once it stabilizes, it should hold steady, unless you have a leak here on the cap or your hoses or whatever. But I'm letting it sit here. I've got, like I said, 10 psi on it right now, and I'll let it sit for a few minutes. We'll also check it again when we add the coolant here in a little bit. We'll check it again, but that'll pull a vacuum on the system, okay? But now I'm pressurizing the system, okay? So you can see it's pretty much right on the 10 psi. I'm sorry, it's 10 psi. All right. So it's been about 5 minutes. I don't see any drop. So that tells me that the system is good. There's no internal leaks in the system. So I'm going to relieve this, and then we're going to go ahead and get set up to put coolant in the system now. All right, so we've got our coolant servicing tool here installed. Make sure your seals are tight. I've got other videos on this, so if you can do a search. I've got other 360s where I've used this tool before and I've explained how it works and everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull a vacuum on it, and we're going to pull a vacuum into the point where it's like stalls out, which can be around 25 inches of mercury. Somewhere in that area it's going to stall out, and then you're going to let it shut off and then hold it, and then you're going to check it for leaks, let it sit for a few minutes. So we've got our coolant now. Make sure it's in a clean bucket. At the bottom is stained. So it is a clean. I wiped it out, so if anybody asks, that it is clean fluid. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to install this. What you want to do is we're going to submerge this end in the bucket, okay? And you don't want to enter air. You want to keep that submerged the whole time while you're doing this, or you'll mess it up. I mean, you can pull a vacuum on it, but it's easy to do it the first time. I mean, you don't want to do it repeatedly if you don't have to. So we're going to go ahead and pull a vacuum on it. So what we're now is drawing a vacuum on the system. So once it stalls out, we'll shut the vacuum off and the compressor off, and we'll let it sit for a minute or two. So we've disconnected the air. Give it a second or two after you stop it so that it stabilizes the system. But give it a couple minutes. You shouldn't see it drop anymore. Once it stabilizes, it should be steady. If you do see it dropping, check for leaks around the base of the tool or your hoses or whatever. But we're going to let it sit here for a couple of minutes. And we're pretty much right on 25, just a hair below it. Depends on how you look at it. So we're going to let it sit. And then once we figure out it's good, we're going to go ahead and turn on this other valve, which will draw the fluid into it. In a few minutes, it's holding strong, so I'm confident that the system is intact. All right, so at this point, I'm confident the system is in great shape. So we're going to go ahead and draw in the fluid here. We've got, like I said, 3 gallons in here. Don't let it get to the point where you're drawing air in. Stop it. You can stop this at any time, all right? So go ahead and, hey Mark, turn that on. And the pressure is going to drop. All right, there you are. Fluid's getting sucked in. Like when this is complete, if it's done right, you should have fluid right below this and no air in the system. All right, we're going to let it sit for a few minutes, all right? So we're at 0 now. We had just a little bit left in the bucket. So the tank should be full if we did this correctly, which I believe we did. I mean, I've used this tool several times, and it's always worked out every time. So we're going to go ahead and take it off and see where our fluid's at. All right, so actually we've taken the tool off, and our fluid is right here. It's actually a little high, but I would probably leave it there, let the car run for a little bit, recheck it. I mean, it'll actually level itself out. It'll dump it, but when this is hot, though, you don't want to take the cap off. You just want the fluid to go out the cap. So what we're going to do now is just put the cap on, and then hopefully we'll get our oil screen later today. Put that on, and then we'll be able to start the car, check our fluid levels again on everything. We've got to do our transaxle again. We've got to check it. I don't know if it's completely serviced yet. But that's where this stands right now. Like I said, we're just going to go ahead and put this cap on. All right, we've got a replacement screen from Fur Parts today. So we're going to go ahead and install this. I've got the O-rings on here. They're lubed up. So we're going to go ahead and install this. Goes in there just like that. And then be careful with don't break the ears off. I had to put a little lube on there yet, but we're going to go ahead and put this on. All right, we're down just to a few items left. We did get our oil screen the other day. We did install that. We did run the car. We checked the fluids. So oil screen here we received. We did check our transaxle fluid in the back there, and we did torque it up. It's at the proper level. We ran it for about 5-10 minutes. We rechecked it, and it's good. We added oil, engine oil. It's up to proper limits. So really, all we're waiting for is a motor mount yet, and this thing here should be ready to go. So it could be any day now. Like I said, we're just waiting for some parts. And once we get those parts, like I said, this will be complete. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. And we'll button this up here in the next day or so and complete this whole video process of the Ferrari 360 service.